Hey friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina. I am super thrilled to be here with you today to go over that car seat that you see behind me right there. That is the brand new CYBEX Callisto swiveling all-in-one car seat. So this is going to be a car seat that goes backwards from 4 pounds to 40 pounds, forward facing from 26.5 pounds to 65 pounds, and then a booster seat from 4 years old up to 57 standing inches and 120 pounds. Minimum weight rating, I think, for booster is 40. But let's launch into what makes it special, show the rotation, do all of that, and answer any questions that you might have. All right, so CYBEX Callisto 360. What is the buzz about 360 car seats? Well, if you follow my channel, which you clearly do, you would know that rotational car seats are something that I have a high interest in. And what that means is that the seat will actually turn toward the door, so you can take your child in and out of the seat with more ease. So it's a really nice feature. And then some seats will do it better than others. So I'm really excited about this guy because at the $599 price point that it's available in, it does offer a tremendous amount of value, and I think it hits all of the notes that it's supposed to quite well. So let's talk about that. First and foremost, as I said, it is a seat that'll go the complete time for your child. It's not an infant seat, so it stays stationary mounted in the car, but it does come with an infant pillow, which you see here. And a nice thing about the pillow is the pillow does have all of the indications of how and when to use all of the infant stuff right here on this little tag. So there's a foam wedge on the inside of the pillow. You use that structured component in the pillow from 4 to 11 pounds. From 4 to 20 pounds, you can use this whole piece minus that interior little foam support. And then there's also an additional head piece that you see here, a little head pillow, that is able to be used from 4 to 20 pounds. Now, another great feature that you're going to notice on the seat are the 2 cup holders. We do love that. I would also point out I'm really fond of the harness material. It does have an excellent slide and glide. So sometimes with the car seats, if the harness is hard to tighten and loosen, makes it very difficult to utilize daily. So we really like that feature. And then something else that's great is that they utilize the sensor safe on the chest component. Now that you can set up an app on your phone and it will give your phone information like, hey, you've left your baby in the car, that type of thing. So that's sensor safe. If you don't want to deal with it, just don't install the app on your phone. It's very simple. So it's there if you want to use it, but you don't necessarily have to use it. But as I pointed out, the harness material and all of the styling on it's quite beautiful. The material is very, very breathable. And as you see, it comes with the 2 cup holders, fully adjustable with a no rethread harness. So we're able to do all of that adjustment without physically rethreading. And a very cool feature of the seat, in addition to rotation, is going to be that you have a sunshade. So this is the first seat to come by in a long, long time with the option to be able to use it with the sunshade. The sunshade is included in the purchase price, but you do remove it when you use the seat in booster mode. So for backward facing kiddos, especially for people that want to utilize the seat from birth, or maybe you have a panoramic glass roof like a Tesla or some of the fancier Mercedes, that type of thing will have the, and even, you know, not even fancy brands have it now, but the glass roofing. If you wouldn't want to, let's say, you know, have to tint that, this is going to be a nice way for your kiddo to get that sun coverage, which as far as I'm concerned is not offered on any other convertible car seat currently. Used to be offered on the Maxi Cosi Priya years and years ago, but no longer available. And honestly, this is much more functional than that one was. So I give CYBEX credit for that. That is an awesome feature that's available on the Callisto. And again, if you don't like it, just remove it so you don't have to utilize it. Installation on it's going to be relatively simple. You're always going to do your top tether, so I'll hit that up right now for the viewing audience. And I'm going to install mine with a seatbelt. You can do lower anchors or you can do seatbelt. Lower anchors will have limitations on them. That's true of all the convertible car seats. So my preference is to just do the seatbelt. Now, things to keep in mind for the seat as well, it has a tremendous amount of recline that you can utilize while the seat is installed. So that's very, very unusual. Most seats, actually almost all seats, you have to physically unbuckle and undo your installation to adjust the recline and then reinstall it. If you have, let's say, a Nuna and you're doing that with it installed, you are not supposed to unless you have the rev. But for Rava and Exec, you have to unbuckle the seat and then change the recline and then reinstall it. So this is nice because once it's installed, we're gonna be able to adjust that recline and do rotation, no problem. So you simply turn the seat. There's a little panel that you'll open up. And actually, I think I can most easily access this in a rear facing mode. So sorry you guys can't see, but it's quite clear what to do. I'll do an additional video where I actually install it in a car. This is just gonna be a quick kind of demonstration just to show that it's relatively simple to hook those components up. Tighten it up. You close, there's a little door. You want it to click closed, and then you're gonna lock your seatbelt off. So you will pull the belt all the way out as far as it'll go. And then when it retracts in, it's locked off. There's a little piece on the side too to guide your shoulder belt to keep your kiddo away from getting it locked in their foot so that you'll still have that rotation without any issue. So really nice feature. And again, we were talking about recline. So if I go ahead and turn it into backward facing mode, there's different levels of recline that are dependent on the size of the child. There's a spectrum on the side that indicates, but you get 2 positions of recline from 4 to 20 pounds. For the older, larger kiddo, from 20 to 40 pounds in rear facing mode, there's 3 positions of recline. So 3 different levels it can stop at, which is really great. The rear facing recommendation is to 40 pounds, but it's also 43 standing inches. This does not bother me on this seat. That's actually 3 feet 7 inches tall, which is pretty tall. You can still do what I would call extended rear facing. Some people might gripe that it's a lower weight and height limit, but again, I think it's quite reasonable because 40 pounds, 3 feet 7 inches is still gonna be extended rear facing, and there is no harness height limitation as long as there's still 1 inch of headrest for their head. So as far as like going the distance as an extended rear facing all-in-one rotational seat, this is still gonna hit that mark beautifully, so we love that with the breathable material. Another nice feature on the seat is that they have little magnets on the side, so you're gonna be able to put your harness retainers over to the side, which is really nice. There is their lateral side impact protection built into the seat. You also have on the side ventilation. So the seat is quite ventilated. They're going to be able to get a lot of breathability. The material is super breathable. And then on the interior, you'll also feel that there is bike helmet foam as well as the supportive structure underneath. So a lot of safety packed into one seat. The seated torso height, your tallest torso height is going to be 19 inches. My microphone's coming off here. Your tallest torso height is going to be 19 inches. And then your booster seat guide height is between 20.5 and 21 inches. So definitely quite an accommodating seat. And then let's just see if I can get this back on really briefly. Just see really quickly the width of this seat. It is 11 inches wide, and there is a 2-position crotch piece starting initially at 5 inches and then moving out to 6.5 inches. So 2-position adjustability there. And then I think it's like 12 or 14 spots for the head. Okay, did we cover everything? I think we did. The only thing I didn't hit is expiration on the seat, which will be printed somewhere on the seat. It's probably 10 years, but I will leave it in the comments. Okay, if you have questions or you have comments about this fabulous CYBEX Callisto car seat, please feel free to leave them below. If you want to watch my comparison videos with this one and the other swiveling car seats, I will be posting them later this week. Options for 2025. Let me go ahead and zoom in on that bad boy for you all. But you see, it's quite a good looking seat. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.